Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shin Phi Hong. I'm a college student in Thailand University, and today we're gonna talk about the temple in Cambodia. If someone mentions Cambodia, I believe the people immediately, like the first thing that comes into their head is Angkor Wat Temple. Yes, of course, people will think about that because it's the largest monument in the world, so that's not weird, right? With all the stones sitting on top of each other, standing against all human disaster or natural disaster, this temple still stands amongst many other temples that located across the country. Some even located in other countries as well, our neighbor country like Thailand or Laos, something like that. It makes us wonder how powerful was the Khmer Empire back then, especially during 800s till 1400s. Of course, we are not here to talk about like the whole history of Cambodia. It's gonna take a long time, but we're gonna talk a little bit or maybe a small part of Cambodian, which is we focus on the temple. Why do they create so many temples? What's the purpose? And what's so special about those temples? So I'm putting myself here as a local guide to take you through the perspective of our local people on why our ancestors created this gigantic temple and what's the purpose, and left us wondering why and how the hell did they do it. I've grown up reading a lot of history books, taking a lot of history class, so I will talk about three main factors or three main reasons that we think led our ancestors to build those wonderful monuments. Let's start with the number one, showcase the power. I mean, like, yeah, back then Cambodian or Khmer Empire was ruled by king, or maybe make it more like powerful, was ruled by emperor. If we look back to the origins of Angkor Empire, it all started when our first king, Jayavarman celebrated a religious ceremony called Pithi Tevarij, and he's announced to his people that he is a god and he was there to protect them. And you know, back then Cambodian people, yeah, those people deeply believe in, what do they call, external power or dark power, I think, because they believe in God, they believe in spirit, they believe in the power that beside their body. So when they see a man let a lot of soldiers, like thousands of soldiers, and then fight against the enemy and won, and then have the resource to create such a big or a magical ceremony, back then I don't think like they have enough reason to not believe in him. But it's just for most people. And when everyone is not like scared enough or is not respecting enough, so the temple idea steps in. The emperor really loved to build such a big or massive building like a temple. And the bigger it is, the more powerful people will think they are. Look at the pyramid. Some people nowadays not even believe the pyramid is man-made. Of course, I don't know if it's man-made or anything else, or God or alien or something like that. But there's actual people right now that don't believe pyramid was made by man. And some even claim that it was made by like some alien from outer space, or some of them like claim that God made it. So yeah, I think you might see the point. So this is the first reason that led emperor or king try to build the more bigger the better, because even some of them try to build it on top of the mountain. For example, Pravihir Temple, which is located in Cambodia, in Pravihir province. That temple was built on top of the mountain they call Dong Raj Mountain. The Dong Raj Mountain is the mountain that located in between the Thai border and Cambodian border. And one side is Thailand and one side is Cambodia. And that mountain with the height of around 625 meters from the sea levels. And even nowadays, to climb that mountain is really hard. Imagine how they do it, how they did it back then. Like, I just have the question, how? Back then they don't have helicopter, they don't have airplane, they don't even have like car or something. I just assume they don't have, because based on what we have left today, they didn't show that they had it. So how did they do that? And for reason number two, many people believe that because of religious. Of course, the name of the temple, biggest religious monument in the world. So there's no wonder why religious have like a main role in our question. I mean, for real, like back then religion is like, it's really huge, man. Not just for Cambodian people or Southeast Asian, Look at the Western culture. I mean, religion like was so big to they had war because of religion. That's crazy. Like, come on. It's just showing that you believe in something else. Like sometimes I still don't know why people are like so deeply into the idea of religion. So obviously, emperor also a human, even though they claim to be God, but nah, they're just human like us. So they believe in God. So they respect, so they take, so they follow the religion. So the reason they build such a massive building or temples is because they build it for worship their God. I mean, right now we have pagoda in Cambodia, we have temple like in Thailand, like the same thing, but they call it differently. And even Cambodian American back there in United States, mostly in Long Beach, they also have their own temple or their own pagoda. Mostly like the temple is some kinds of a pagoda to the king. It's not allowed for other people or maybe, normal people to step in. It's just for the royal family. And fun fact, Angkor Wat also was built to worship a god, which is called Vishnu. He's the god of Hinduism. And also Bayon Temple, both are in Cambodia, which was built to worship Mahayan Buddhism, I guess, because Buddhism was divided into two, Mahayan and Hinduism. This is Cambodian. I'm gonna try to put the English word in this video, so you're not gonna get confused. And it has the face of Lokesvara. The name English is down here. I can't read it because it's too weird, like Lokesvara is also a god of the Mahayana Buddhism. So they built a temple that inspired by those religions. Some even tell a story, like when you look at the Angkor Wat, like a big scripture on the wall, you're gonna see like a whole scene about a tale story in Hinduism. And it makes you feel that when you step into the temple, it feels like you step into the homes of God in Hinduism, which is what I felt, not when I was a kid. Of course, I have no idea what does it mean. I mean, like I went to Angkor Wat like many times, like a lot of time, more than 10 times. I'm not yet sick of it. I mean, like I still want to go there. There's such a connection. No matter how many times I went there, I go there, I still feel like it's not enough. I want to explore more. After I got to learn about the meaning of the structure, the meanings of the building, the meaning of the architecture of the building, I started to look at this temple differently. When you go in there and you look at the wall and you see like the whole story was telling along the way you walk. Like when you walk, you also look at the wall, and then it's like someone telling you a story of what happened in the God world. And that is just crazy to me. And I love reading those mythology of Hinduism because it's really interesting. Someone just introduced me to Greek mythology recently, so I'm not like old school Greek mythology fan, but I'm an old school fan of Hinduism mythology. So the third one, based on the history, back then the Khmer Empire was really big. So when they got to the new territory, they're gonna build something on there, and then with the scripture writing Khmer letter on it, so we can make sure that the person who built those buildings is in fact Khmer people back then. So that's why there's like some Cambodian architecture temple that's located in many places, including neighbor country as well. And yes, those are the main three reasons that I think answer to the question why there's a lot of temple in Cambodia and why emperor loves to build it. And thank you for watching this whole video, and if you have any question, feel free to ask. I mean, it's been a long time since I upload video to this channel. I think I'm gonna turn this channel into some kinds of, Khmer culture, storytelling or something like that. I don't know, but for now, this is the plan for this channel, is to upload more English video and talking about Cambodia, and that's it. And if you have something, and if you ever went to Angkor Wat temple or other temple in Cambodia, leave it in the comment. How do you feel and what do you think about it? So yeah, if you want to learn more about Cambodia, click on the subscribe button and like this video, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.